Okay, it's on.
Hold on. Oh, you have recording already?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just. And I'm going to be your therapist today.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about why you're here today.
Well, I started college a few months ago, and since then I've been feeling very anxious and depressed. I believe the reason behind this is because I don't want to fail, because other people around me have very high expectations. So that's what's causing me to be so anxious. That's the reason I'm here today.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with your anxiety.
Yes, I just is a feeling of being anxious, being afraid of failure, and I'm having symptoms including increased sleep, sometimes difficulty falling asleep, and also irritability. Sometimes I get very irritable every now and then. Those are the main symptoms that I've been experiencing.
Okay. Have you tried any other method of controlling your anxiety prior to therapy?
No, I've not tried anything.
Okay. How long has these symptoms been going on?
This has been going on for a few months, just as soon as I started my classes at the college.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about life itself for you. What does it mean? What does life mean to you?
To me, life is just a cycle that we all have to go through. And of course, it's full of challenges. And one of my biggest thing with life, when a challenge comes ahead of you, you have to kind of just go for it and fight it. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to school, so that I can graduate, which is one of the biggest challenges.
Okay. So I understand that one of your biggest challenges in life is to succeed in life. Is that what I'm hearing? And school is your method?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So tell me about success. What does success mean to you in life? How would you qualify success?
Success is being able to be successful in whatever challenges come through. You are able to, to challenge those challenges and get through them and not let them defeat you. To me, that's what success means. So it could be anything. It could be a performance. It could be taking care of people. It could be anything. As long as you're successful in reaching that goal, then that is success to me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Success, that's interesting that you say that, because for me, being successful for me is if I'm happy. Whatever I'm pursuing, if it's something that makes me happy, I'm successful. So everybody has a different goal for success, or just different meaning for success. Mm-hmm. So, and yours is fine. Yours is just justified, it's fine. So how do you plan on achieving, apart from doing school, what other plans do you have for the other aspects of your life for success, apart from being successful educationally?
No, other aspects. I'm 28 years old, so I'm planning, of course, to have a family, And to me, having a family, raising kids, that will be success to me. Yeah, because it's just the way life is meant to be.
Okay.
Yeah. And taking care of other people, family and friends.
What are some things you consider very valuable in your life?
Things that I consider valuable, family, family around me, mother, father, siblings, extended families like cousins. And also, these are the most valuable things in my life, in addition to being able to help the ones that don't have. For instance, we have homeless people, sick people. So when you help people like this, I feel very valuable.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned mother and father. Tell me a little bit about growing up and what do you recall most in your past?
I grew up in a family that was very tight family unit, and everybody cared about the other, starting right from my father shows a lot of care towards my mother, and vice versa. And we grew up as a family, a church-going family since we were kids. So these are the values that have been instilled into us, that God comes first, and you always have to go to church, and you have to love each other, and there's no fighting within the family unit. So those are the values that were instilled in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, you're currently having problems succeeding. Your important goal right now is to achieve in school. Mm-hmm. Tell me some steps that you think you can take to create that successful step of achieving in school right now. What can you do?
Yeah, the biggest step, first of all, is to get rid of this anxiety and depression that I'm going through right now, because obviously, no matter how much I read or review my classes, when it comes to the day of the exams and I have this kind of anxiety, obviously I'm going to fail. Okay. So I have to get rid of those symptoms in order for me to be successful in my school.
Okay. How was your semester? How was last semester?
Oh, the last semester I just barely passed, with a passing grade of C, so I just barely passed.
How did you manage to pass? What did you do? How did you study?
No, I studied a lot over and over again, which of course, if I did not have that anxiety, I would have probably scored an A, because I knew the material, but as soon as I opened the exam, I became scared. And that's why I could not score an A. I ended up with a C, not because I didn't know, but because of the anxiety.
Is there anything other than the exams or school that is of a very big concern to you at this time?
Could you repeat the question?
Is there anything other than school that you're worried about at this time? Anything else going on in your life?
At the moment, no, everything seems to be going well in my life other than the school.
At what point did you notice you were starting to have anxiety about college?
Right from the beginning of the classes, but it was not as bad as it is right now. Yeah. So it's been increasing. Yeah.
If you could change anything right now to help your anxiety, what would you say you would change?
Just the feeling that I shouldn't fail. That's what would make my anxiety go. So, and that's why I came to you, for you to help me to see what I can do to change so that I can achieve that. Because I don't know. Yeah.
I'm trying to see what skills or what strengths you have that can help you overcome. Because I do believe that within you, you are strong enough and you can find some way to get around the anxiety that you're feeling based on your inner strength. So when we continue therapy, I would like you to think about something that you're very good at, something that when you are working at it, or something that you know you are very good at, challenged by anyone, you can come up with the answer. In our next therapy session, that's going to be our goal. We're going to see what strengths you're good at and how we can use that to accomplish some of the anxiety, to alleviate some of the anxieties that you're feeling right now. We're going to set up group therapy for you, and we're probably going to do, or we can do individual therapy, and we're going to use a special kind of therapy technique that makes you try to look into yourself for your solutions. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. Can you think of something that you are very good at when you try?
Yeah, I'm good at speaking among people, so group therapy would be definitely good for me.
Okay. What else are you good at? Do you play basketball very well? Do you cook very well? Tell me a talent that you have that you know you're good at, you're confident about.
No, I'm confident about playing soccer.
About playing soccer.
Yeah.
Why are you confident? What skill do you possess that makes you good at soccer?
Because I run very well. I'm a fast runner, and I've played it since I was a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get good at soccer?
No, I played it since I was a child, so it just came as a natural skill to me.
You think if you try doing some practice tests, serious practice tests before the actual exam, do you think that would alleviate some of your anxieties?
Yes and no, because before the exam, I'm usually very well prepared, or so I think, because I put a lot of studying into it. It's just for some reason, right at the exam, the anxiety level just shoots up. So I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually I feel like I'm prepared and ready for the exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When we start therapy next week, we're going to work on your strength that you have. I love soccer. Well, at least I watch soccer sometimes. I love the Manchester team from England. Looking forward to the U.S. soccer team coming here. So you're good at soccer because you practice well at soccer. So we're going to look at some of the strengths that you have, and we're going to empower you to learn how to handle that anxiety. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. I look forward to seeing you again next week, Mr. Stanley.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.